Love a free game? Well, here is my complete rundown of the best free-to-play games of 2015. We here at DoubleUpGaming have gone through and searched for you, have gone through the grueling process of narrowing down all of these games into one definitive top 10 list. In this video, you'll find out the best free-to-play games of 2015, why they made it onto our list, and what you can expect from going in and playing these types of games. Let's jump into the video. Dungeon Defenders 2 is the prequel to Dungeon Defenders. It is a defensive game where the 4 playable characters have different turrets to kill the evil goblins trying to attack your crystal cores. On certain defenses, you'll be attacked by different monsters that get harder and have different features such as flying, faster attack speeds, and chain attacks. Your defenses will be your most reliable way at killing these evil attackers. The reason why Dungeon Defenders 2 is on this list is because of the multiple weapons that you can earn and the varying effects that they can do to your enemies. Another great feature of Dungeon Defenders 2 is the lovely implemented projectiles and cosmetic features that each weapon gives off when you fire it. Boom. Nosgoth, a team of humans battle against an army of vampires blessed with superhuman attributes. Both teams have 5 characters to play and each have their own individual abilities, weapons and playstyles. Nosgoth is on this list because I personally feel that it has an art style that is unique to any other of the free-to-play games on this list. Unlike most shooters, this game is heavily reliant on teamwork, which means it's difficult for you to work alone, because vampires will tear you to shreds. The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot is a castle defense game. The reason why it's on this list? Because of the huge varieties of ways to defend your castle. However, the same varieties can be applied to enemy castles, making some of them very hard to loot. Once you hit the higher levels, that is when you'll want to start the Mighty Quest to retrieve some truly epic loot, and you can start to earn bigger and better monsters that will defend your castle, prevent enemies from stealing your epic loot, and the ability to kill those horrible looters like Johnny. You're looting my biscuits right now, I can see that. Heroes and generals. Did I do it right? Did I do the salute right? Because sometimes you can do it, Americans do it like that, don't they? Americans are like that, and then British people are like that, aren't they? Yeah. Done my country proud. Heroes and Generals is a World War II shooter that takes place in the most historical events in World War II because it's a World War II shooter. Heroes and Generals is much different to other free-to-play shooters out there. And that's because it has a much bigger playing field. The leveling system is interesting, as it allows you to branch into different divisions of the military, such as the Armoured Diffusion, the Air Force, and the Scouts. Eventually, upon reaching the rank of Generals, you and your teammates will use strategy to push the opponent back and reach your end goal of taking over the world. No wait, maybe step back a bit. World of Warships! World of Warships is a historical game where you are battling against some of the biggest and best warships in gaming and real life history. What I like most about World of Warships is their tier system that allows you to climb the ranks in order to reach the most badass ships. Currently, there are only 2 nations that have full tiers and different types of ships. The 4 ship classes are aircraft carriers, which hold planes that can bomb or torpedo enemy ships. Cruisers, which are all-round ships with good firepower and survivability. Battleships. These ships are the tanks of naval warfare and superior firepower. and destroyers. These are the nimble but deadly ships armed with dangerous torpedoes that can devastate enemies, but also friendlies if they cross the firing line. Lock and load. This game comes with multiple playable characters that share some blocks as other characters, but have their own unique block with defensive or offensive capabilities. Block and Load has a similar art style to another game, but I can't quite put my finger on it. If you know what art style it's similar to, then put it in the comments below. Minecraft. What makes this different to Minecraft though, is its structural blowing up and explosions that Minecraft just can't comprehend. For example, digging out the bottom of a building will cause the whole thing to explode in a fun and exciting way. The art style and variety in difficulty means that sometimes you need to sit back and actually strategically plan fun and exciting ways to really overcome the opposition. Warframe. When have you ever heard the words space and ninja put together? Well, with this game you have, because you are a space ninja. Bloody space ninja. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Space ninja. This space ninja shooter was put together in a beautifully and crafted way, which adds in an extreme amount of detail and lore to the game world. Warframe has you in control of a suit with multiple abilities called a Warframe. Warframe keeps you intrigued for a long time with new updates and multiple missions and items to obtain. The reason why I love this game is because of the customization of weapons and Warframes. However, most weapons have to be built in this game, which requires you to go out and salvage resources by killing bosses. The worse the bosses you kill, the rarer the resources you get. Eventually, you'll be able to survive in the void, where you have the ability to get the rarest of the rarest items, prime gear. This deals a lot more damage and of course it makes you look really cool. War Thunder! You've got to put some thunder in here, Johnny. Yeah, you got that? You got that? You got the thunder? War Thunder is yet another bloody historical game. Who made this list? But this is what makes it so different from the other historical games out there. Unlike other tank games such as World of Tanks, War Thunder requires you to study the tank's anatomy in order to hit the weakest parts of the tanks or the places that will take the most damage. War Thunder also gives you, the player, the ability to control aircrafts. Again, like the tanks, it requires actual thought when taking part in aerial combat. Each aircraft has its weaknesses, but you can take advantage of when taking on an enemy. But why is it really on this list, you may be wondering? Well, let me tell you a story. Well, it's because this game actually provides real, not the fake historical knowledge, real historical knowledge. It provides you with tanks and aircrafts from other nations around the world and each individual anatomy that makes up these tanks, from the armor plating to the internal cogs that make the wheels go round. This game is truly unique in its own special way. Oh, bloody hell. Who put this in it? League of Legends. Yes, this game was bound to appear on this list because of its sheer popularity amongst the MOBA player base. MOBA player base. But the real question is, why on earth is this game on the list? Well, it's an unnecessary question and a good one at the same time, which I agree with, but Johnny won't agree because he loves that game. Well, the games don't really vary in playstyle that much, but what does is the lore that comes attached with each of the champions, which is really quite interesting when you delve into the details of what makes that person unique, what makes that item unique, what makes this ability so special. Is when you actually start to read, oh my god, read in a video game, when you actually start to look at the details that the developers have put into this game. Now it's time for number one. Number one. Team Fortress 3. Just kidding, it's made by Valve. This is Team Fortress 2. Half-Life 3 confirmed. It has been one of the most popular free-to-play games to play on this entire Earth for many years. And the reason why? Because its constant ability for replayability. Team Fortress 2 is another attack and defend game, but it has many modes that allows you to follow the same principles along with humour and great gameplay. If you still don't know why Team Fortress 2 is on this list, then you need to download it because it's free after all, and enjoy the endless fun and cosmetic items this quirky game has to offer. This has been the best free-to-play games of 2015, but wait, do not leave yet because I have a question for you. If you liked this video, then I please ask you to share it with your friends and leave a like and a comment of which games you would have added yourselves. If you didn't like the video, then you can go into the void of despair and think and reflect back on yourself of why you didn't like this video, and then come to the realization that you did like this video. This has been Daniel from DoubleUpGaming.com. If you're new around here, to make sure to hit that subscribe button, and as always, make sure to stay awesome.
You can't go on like that.